So basically, Austin comes out and he's the one he's saying that you're the chicken skin eater of the team here now with you and Roma. But Arn, if I'm you, I'm going back and I'm like, listen, guys, can't we find something else here? The fat thing. Let's let it go. Well, you were okay with that kind of heat?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good for you.
I mean, you can get personal with me. Like I said, I never claimed to be a body guy.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Well, hey, listen, following the match, you and Roma cut a promo addressing your upcoming match with, guess who? The Nasty Boyz. And before quickly pivoting to the former champs, Austin and Pillman. So Pillman's still suffering from a legitimate ankle here, but you and Roma are already scheduled to face the Nasties, not the Hollywood Blondes. But I don't know. Why not have Knobs and Sags come interrupt you here to promote the upcoming match? Why the pivot back to the Blondes, who we know in less than 45 days, they're going to be at odds once the return of Flying Brian. He's coming back as Flying Brian soon. So I just think it's kind of interesting here with the creative.
Well, yeah. Interesting is a good word.
Yeah.
You would almost want to put that off for another week and let's address our next opponents.
There you go. Yeah.
But to be honest with you, how did they get a shot at the tag titles? Who did they beat?
Right. That's the thing. It's just, they're just written in.
It's a quagmire.
It is.
It's a booking quagmire all the time. It's like, it should be real simple. Okay. To be honest with you, it was a tainted victory against Regal and Austin, but that's the only way you could really go without really souring the crowd. You can't put a replacement in and then win the match. You're talking about a bad, stomach ache. That's bad for the fans. So they did what they had to do on that. But now your next opponents, these guys, they were well known. They had a run in WWF. It was like they were valid opponents. So they should have been the ones to step out. Agreed.
That's right. Well, listen, 2 weeks later and the day before Fall Brawl, you and Roma cut a promo on the September 18th episode of WCW Saturday Night. This one has some interesting messaging here, Arn. So I want to watch this with you, and then I have a couple questions for you. It's our second clip of the week. Here we go. This is you and Paul Roma with your message.
All right, Jesse Ventura, tomorrow night, World Tag Team title will be on the line against the Nasty Boyz. Not only that, Paul Roma, your partner is a man who knows all about war games, but I know what's on your mind has to be the Nasty Boyz.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Nasty Boyz, I hope you got a good dose of that ring right there and what we just did. When you come on to Fall Brawl, you better bring everything you got. You're going to tangle with the Horsemen.
In a situation on a night where the theme is violence, we couldn't have a better situation. You see, the difference between pain and pleasure is just this much, and they spill on top of each other. So perfect for you and us, Nasty Boyz. I was in the first War Games, and I've been in about 50 since. I've had a ton of stitches in my head. I got hurt. Every participant in this match better expect to get hurt. It's the most dangerous match there is. I'm looking forward to it. So are you. But trust me, the participants better expect to get what they came for, hurt real bad.
The Horsemen, the World Tag Team Champions, more still to come.
So, Arn, were you able to kind of keep up with that? Because it appears you guys are talking about the Nasty Boyz match. Instead, then we see a blend of, now we're talking about the Nasties, now we're talking about War Games match. It feels like it's a little bit of mixed messaging going here. What do you remember?
Well, we should have had the match with the Nasties first, right?
That's right, yes.
One thing at a time. You don't skip past it. Demeans the match that you're skipping over to get to War Games. It just does, but
it must have been a creative call to say, hey, let's promote both events while we're at it. But then you get a kind of a mixed messaging for the audience. Let's really put the heat and the focus on Nasties. Then we'll, like you said, then we'll get the War Games. But
yeah, you don't want to disrespect them as opponents and what could happen, and they could take the titles, and they could walk in War Games as champions. You have to open up all those questions to keep people in tune to the story.